Okay, so as you can see, this is a box of special earphones, translation earphones. The way these are ultimately supposed to work is that there's an app on your phone, and the app hears a person speaking, and the app is quickly able to translate what the person is saying, and then it's able to translate it into your ear in your preferred language. That's basically how it's supposed to work. Now, there's different ways of going about this, because if you really think about it, the future of artificial intelligence and translations is going to bring us technology just like this. It'll be just like Star Trek, where you have lots of translators, universal translators. The computer will hear the language, automatically detect the language, and then be able to quickly translate it into your preferred language. Apple, for example, with their AirPod Generation 2, is pushing for hearing aid status so that they are medically accepted as hearing aids. So you can bet in the future that more and more of these earbuds will be pushing for medical grade status. So if you really think about it, with AI translation infused into our smartphones and our tablets and our computers, universal instantaneous translation is not far behind. I already use it on WeChat to translate Japanese, South Korean, and Chinese. So as far as the unboxing goes, this is exactly what you get. This is the booklet, and this shows you exactly what you're supposed to do. We'll look at the booklet in a minute. And these are obviously the earbuds, different sizes. Usually I skip straight to the largest size typically. Sometimes I use the middle size. These are the earbuds, and then it also comes with your typical USB-C charger. So these obviously charge using USB-C. So as far as the earbuds, I had a very quick look at them. This is the case. The case, what I do love is the case has an LED indicator on the front, and the case actually will tell you the left and the right individual charge. A lot of third-party earbuds have that feature, and that's something I really, really like. When you look closer at the earbuds, you can actually see that they're not very dissimilar from the Apple earbuds. They're not dissimilar at all. Body's very, very similar. You'd have to look closely at the panel imprint in order to know the difference. But that's the earbuds right there. So basically for this review is actually a little bit challenging, because in order to give them a fair trial, what I have to do is I have to use them in order. First of all, I'm going to test them as regular earbuds. That's the first thing. I want to see what the bass response is, how do they sound, just to use them as regular earbuds. Because here's the thing, my dime black skull candies that I've showed you before, those are getting older and the batteries are starting to wear out quicker. And even though I really like those headphones, they were very cheap, $25. The problem is they're starting to get old now. They're starting to get long in the tooth. So I told you before, when the iPhone 17 comes out, I'm definitely going to upgrade to the Generation 3 AirPod Pros. The thing about it is, in the meantime, with these earbuds that you've seen me testing, the in-ears and the out-of-ear earbuds, I am interested in being able to use these on a daily basis as my main earbuds of choice. So the question is, how do they work as regular earbuds without the translation features? Then you have to factor in, how do they work as earbuds using the translation features? So that's what I'm going to be taking a quick look at, and I'm going to basically report on how they work. And if they get my seal of approval, and not only that, I'm going to have to find a foreign person. There's a Russian woman I'm thinking about that I might use her, and we'll see if, how these things work as far as her translating into Russian or something. I could also find a Hispanic woman that I know, and I might, have her speak Spanish and see how they work. I could use a Chinese person too and see if they work in Chinese. And I could test at least maybe 2 or 3 languages, because that's the whole point of these. Theoretically, any earbud should be able to do the exact same thing. The earbuds are nothing more than microphones and speakers. So that's the reason why I want to kind of divide the review into how do they work as normal earbuds, and then how do they work when being used to translate to a foreign language that I don't know. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to say right up front is the sound quality on these is very, very good. They, as far as I can see, they don't have noise canceling. One of the reasons why I was interested in the AirPod Pro is because of two things. Number one, they have noise canceling, and number two, they have conversation mode, where if the AirPods feel you starting to talk, they will automatically mute themselves because they assume that you're talking to somebody and that you don't want to hear them in the background. You don't want to hear the music, and it'll pause the music until you stop talking, then it'll go back to normal. These do not have noise canceling, active noise canceling. They kind of have passive noise canceling because they have pretty loud speakers, and then they have the air seal in your ear. So that's passive noise canceling. They don't have active noise canceling. So yeah, if you're the type of person who flies a lot or you deal with very, very noisy environments, then yeah, you'll probably want to stick to noise canceling. Now, what I automatically like, the sound quality is very good. I was listening to some music, Mad Max, the Fury Road soundtrack, and I was also listening to some other soundtracks that I had stored on my phone. They sound great. The volume is actually better than my Dime Black, so I definitely am going to be using these a lot more. So there's another company that I did a video for, Tozo, and they're sending me a pair of earbuds that they want me to show off on the channel. And those are supposedly have active noise canceling, so I'm going to be very interested to get those. But I could definitely see myself using these. So when you add these to your phone through Bluetooth, they show up as M10, the letter M and 10. What I really like is these cases that have digital LEDs that show you the power level of the case, and then they show you the power level of the individual headphones. That I absolutely love. What I also noticed, these headphones, they have USB-C. Unlike the Apple headphones, they don't have wireless charging, so that's another thing to consider. I have a charging base that allows you to just lay your earpods on the charging base, and it'll start charging the earpods and your phone and your Apple Watch. So these don't have magnetic wireless charging. Maybe in the future they'll develop some that do. So that's another reason why, Apple feels it's so easy to demand so much money for their AirPods Pros and their new AirPods with the wireless charging case. But I actually like this case better, specifically because it gives you the easy to read power indicator. And that, in my daily use, is something that I would definitely find myself using, because now I know exactly how much power 53% is remaining in the charging case. And you're not going to get that with the Apple AirPods, and you're not going to get that with just about anybody else's AirPods unless you're buying third party. So that's one thing. When you use the booklet tells you where to download the app. So there's 2 QR codes. If you have a Google device, there's a QR code for Google. If you have an Apple iOS device, there's a QR code for Apple. The book's instructions are in English, Spanish, German, French, Italian, Japanese, and Chinese at the bottom, and this is simplified Chinese. So for the most part, most of the people who would have access to these, you should be able to easily download the app, because your phone will automatically point you directly to the app, and your phone will automatically ask you to download the specific app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the app looks like using screen capture. So this is the app that they recommend that you download in order to use the headphones. One Click Translate. Now, as you can see, it has 71 ratings. I will add my own rating later after I've had a chance to use it. As I said, I will try to use it with a couple of different people before I have a final say on how well it works. I'll try to use it with at least 3 people who speak 3 different languages. So basically, you have to tap Get, and you get it. All right. So let's just take a look at the ratings. It says it worked for 1 day. Next day, when I actually needed it, it did not function. The green screen turns off real quick when I was trying to speak to it. Okay, so it's possible that they have to update the app a little bit. Maybe there's a problem with the app. So, let's see, there's 71 ratings, but I only saw one. There are other apps, it looks like, because I think translating apps may end up being a very big thing. The way I see it is, if you're talking to somebody long distance, you're not really going to notice if there's a half a second delay between translations, or even a full second delay. You're not really going to notice it. And artificial intelligence might be able to knock that delay down considerably. And that's one of the reasons why you should be investing in artificial intelligence. NVIDIA, Google, Amazon, you can bet that all of them are going to have artificial intelligence, and they're going to be running, you know, advanced apps that are going to take advantage of, especially translation, of course, because they deal internationally with different clients. So it says, "Welcome to One Click App. Please use One Click App." I push and agree. So it says, "Select the equipment." I have translation stick or translation earphones. Obviously, I have the translation earphones. It says, "Click here to switch translation headphones or translation sticks." So you can click right here to decide what device you're using. So they try to make it easy. It says, "I got it." Okay, I have the translation earphones. I got it. Okay, so it says basic services, and then there's value added services. I think you have to pay money for those. It says you have two people wearing an earphone. So this is where a lot of people were a little bit disappointed with this device. The problem is one person has to take one of the earbuds and the other person has to take the other earbud. The problem with that is obvious. It's hygiene. Some people, even me, I'll be perfectly honest. When I wash my ears every single morning, you know, earwax starts to develop later in the day because of the soap that gets in your ears. And it's just natural. There's no way to hide it. It just happens, right? Unless you're walking around with like sanitary wipes or alcohol pads, you may or may not want to give somebody your earbud to put it in their ear. The problem is that's the model that these work on. So what you prefer is that you have something like your phone and you talk directly to it and you don't make physical contact with it, and then you hand it over to the other person, and then the other person uses it, and then they give it to you and you see what they said based on the translation. That's how Google Translator has worked all this time. Now, eventually, we may get to the point where all phones have a translator app that's automatically built in, and there's no need for third party translator headphones. We may get to that point, but I don't see that coming for some time. So now, there's also, it says free talk mode. It says both of you wear a earphone and it translates in real time. So obviously, you can't overtalk each other because that can cause problems. But the other one is where you have a touch mode. The other one is speaker mode. One person wears earphones and one person holds the mobile phone. So if you're wearing the earphones and talking, the other person is watching what you're saying translated on the phone. Um, so the choice basically comes down to which one do you want to use. So when I find a person who speaks a specific language, I'm going to try to get them to talk into this thing and basically try to show you in real time what they say and how they're saying. Now, as far as this VIP mode, this is what should be included, but it's not. VIP mode is offline translation, so that means that most likely you have to download a lot more data so that you can translate offline. Then they also say you have, it says audio and video translation is a value added paid service. If you need it, please buy it on demand. So it says in this mode, only one person needs to download the app and share the link with foreign friends or partners to achieve face to face communication without language barriers. Suitable for cross border meetings and cross border friends. So this is the app, and then you have to pay for that. They have photo translation. Now, my Google translator, if I'm not mistaken, can look at photos and it can automatically translate photos and it can also translate signs. But they want you to pay for that feature. So it says take and translate as you go, support real-time photo translation, import photo translation, editing and copying functions. So these features you have to pay for. Now the first question you're probably going to ask is how much is it to buy? So let's look at the first one. So the offline mode to buy is, oh, and then it's a subscription service. So they're saying the offline use is 1 year for $6.99. 2 years is $9.99. So if you feel that you could pay $10 for a whole year, okay. But that's not terrible. It could be better, but that's not terrible. Now they say this service for the photos, 60 minutes if you call. Okay, so maybe this isn't for the photos. This must be for real time. 60 minutes for 1 hour is $10. Now, that could be an issue. You'd almost be better just texting them and just using a translator at that point. But they're saying 60 minutes is $10. So as you can see, yeah, 60 minutes is $10. And for photo translation, 60 minutes is still $10 for photo translation. So here you got basically you pay $10 a year to use it offline, or you use $10 an hour for the photo or for the audio video translator that's live. So I'm going to test them out and I'm going to decide just how much I like them. But what I can say is, as regular earbuds, I already like them a lot. So I definitely am going to be using these daily for the next, I'll say the next week or so, up until the Tozos arrive. And then when I test those, I'll decide how I like those. Okay, so right now, as you can see, it says English back and forth towards French. So right now I'm using the click here to speak or tap the earbuds then speak panel. So the way it's supposed to work is I have both earbuds in my ears, and you're supposed to hand the other person your phone, and as you talk, they receive what you're saying translated to French. Now, what I could also do is I could go down and I can drop it down to a different language. I could drop it to Spanish. So that's something that most of us are probably a little bit more familiar with. So let's see, Spanish. Oh shit, I didn't know there was this many Spanish. Uruguay, U.S., Puerto Rico. Yeah, let me speak some Puerto Rican Spanish. No. Okay, Spanish, U.S. Okay, so I guess that means regular Spanish, I guess. Okay, so English to Spanish. So what we'll do is let it listen and then translate. So what might I say if I was trying to speak to a Spanish person? I know exactly what I would say. No, I can't say that because YouTube might have a problem with it. Let's see. President Trump is going to deport your grandmother.
El presidente Trump está loco con tu gramática.
It says, El Presidente Trump está loco. That means he's crazy. He's crazy with language? Crazy with language. That's what it, President Trump is demented with your grandma. Oh, okay, because it thought that I said grandma. Oh, okay, I see. Let me try this again. Okay. President Trump is going to deport your grandmother.
El presidente Trump se atreve a declarar a su abuela.
Okay, it says President Trump is dared to declare your grandmother. No, I didn't say that. I said deport. Okay, wait. President Trump is going to deport your grandparents. President.
El presidente Trump va a deportar a tus abuelos.
Okay, I think you got it right. President Trump is going to deport your grandparents. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what else I can think of. Let's think.
Perfect. Let's try Spanish. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's try French. Okay, French, and I was going to say French for Haiti, but let's see how this works. Okay, all right, so I have to speak clearly and loud. Okay. Where is the gangster named Barbecue?
Où est le gangster nommé Mickey?
I never said nothing about no goddamn Mickey. I said barbecue. Barbecue is going to declare war on the separatists.
Là dans les séparatistes.
That's not what I said. It doesn't understand the term barbecue. Where is barbecue?
Où est le barbecue?
Okay, I think that's the first time it says where est le barbecue. Okay. Uh, let me try something. What other French do I know? Uh, parlez-vous français?
Tous qui répondent.
I guess not. Okay. All right. Let me try something else. Let me try Chinese because see, I understand Chinese. So if I hear what it says, I'll know that it translated what I said perfectly. Okay. So I'm an English person. I'm in Shanghai. I'm talking to Chinese people. Uh, let's see. Will I need? No, wait. That's English. Never mind. That won't work.
我们会看到
Will
什
I
么？
need? Will I need? Yeah. Okay. 为什么? Yeah.
再
Yeah,
来
that's
一
it
次。
once more. Okay. I have to speak English.
好的，
Okay. The problem is I have to speak English. I forgot. Okay, so wait. Take me to Pudong Tower.
带我去
Pudong
鲁东
Tower.
店里。
Pudong Dianli. No. Dianli is that's power. It translates. No. I didn't say power. I said tower. Okay, wait. Let's try that again. Now, keep in mind, I'm showing you what it's doing to just go from English to Chinese, right? Um, so the issue is it has to hear you clearly. It's this is no different really than using Google Translator. You speak to the Google Translator, it has to hear you clearly, it has to recognize what you're saying, and then it automatically translates that to whatever language you ask it to translate to. The problem is it has to hear you. It has to hear you clearly. It has to understand every single word that you say. Let me think. Okay, let me think about in Chinese. Okay, how do I get from Fujian province to Shanghai?
从福建省到上海怎么走？
Okay, that's a lot better. That's better. Okay, let me think. I would like 2 orders of pork fried rice with chicken wings.
配鸡翅。
I didn't just say what the hell. It didn't for some reason it didn't hear me say pork fried rice. It should have heard that. Please give me 2 orders of sweet and sour chicken.
请给我2份糖醋鸡。
Tang suji. Okay, see, I understand because like when I was in China and I want to order sweet and sour chicken, that's how you say sweet and sour chicken in Chinese. It's tang suji, right? Now, if you wanted to order like General Tso's chicken, there's no such thing as General Tso, so you'd have to order gula roll, right? Now, like for instance, if you want to order different meats, chicken is jiro. Like if you want to order fried rice, chicken fried rice would be jiro chow fan, or nuro chow fan. That's beef, nuro chow fan. Pork is juro chow fan. Or if, let's say you want to order, I don't know, calamari. Like if I want to order a spicy squid, it's chow yo you. You is fish. So if I say, okay, how about this? Let's say if I want to order, I'd like an order of calamari. I
我
didn't
想
say
要一份
California.
加州订单。
I didn't say California. I'd like one order of spicy squid.
我要一份辣鱿鱼。
Yo. Okay, so it actually got that right. So as you can see, at the bottom, first of all, it got my English correct, and then at the bottom, it says now look at the bottom right here where I'm looking at the very bottom. Royal Iga, and then it go the last two characters are yo you chow yo you. I didn't say fried, so it doesn't say chow. So if it says spicy, then instead of saying tong would mean sweet. So instead of for spicy, chow. No. Chow is fried. But for spicy, what did it say? Let's hear it again.
我要一份辣鱿鱼。
Eagle
我要一份辣鱿鱼。
yo yu. Okay, so yo yu, the last two characters of the squid. And the one right before that said something about California. That's absolutely wrong. All right, so anyway, let's try that same thing with Japanese. Now, but see, as you can see, the problem is that first of all, it has to hear you correctly, and it has to get your English correct. Once it gets your English correct, you're fine. But if it doesn't get the English correct, then it can't translate easily to the other language. Now, I will say this: these earbuds, the sound quality is excellent. The issue that I have, ultimately, again, is that you have to give one of these earbuds to the other person in order for them to talk, for the computer to hear them, and for that information to get translated through the computer. Now, again, from a hygienic perspective, nobody wants to do that shit. I don't want to give you an earbud and have it in your ear, and now I gotta wipe the thing off with an alcohol swab. I don't want to do that. All right, how about some Japanese? Let's try this. Like I know some Japanese phrases, like well, no, I really don't. But okay, let's say in English. What time is my flight to Narita Airport?
私のフライトシミュレータは何時ですか
I didn't say shit about a flight simulator. I didn't say that. I love movies made by Takeshi Kitano.
私は中国で形をして作られた映画が大好きです。
And that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I want to visit a Yakuza bar.
みんな学校のサッカー
Not
を
what I
訪
said.
れたいと思っています。
Not what I said. Okay, let me try something else. Let me try something else. Please take me to my hotel.
ホテルに連れて行ってください。
All right. So as you can see, the issue the one issue that I recognize is not with the earbuds. The earbuds are, from a hardware perspective, they're perfect. The problem that I see is the software needs more training. As far as I know, Google Translator actually works a lot better as far as translation goes. The earbuds themselves are perfect. I like everything about them. The only downside is that they don't have magnetic wireless charging, but as long as you have USB-C, it's not a big deal. Everything else about them I like. But again, the one issue that I'm having is with the translation software, and that's about it. So other than that, no matter who, like, and you know, it's funny. I wanted to try to make a video talking with other people using the things, but then I realized I would need another camera and somebody else recording that. So what I might try to do is I might try to make a video like that later on, because not only does it take, because the problem is my phone has the software. So the phone would be busy translating and doing stuff. You wouldn't be able to record somebody else using equipment. You'd have to have another camera altogether. You have to, do this So I may make a second video about it, but from the first, how should I say, from the first experience, I actually I love the earbuds. The earbuds from a hardware perspective, I really like. They sound great. They work well. I like the battery power meter that you can see. I like how you can easily see how much power they have. That's going to make me use these as a daily use. But as for the translation software, I really think the translation software needs a little bit of updating, and they do update these softwares. The issue is, it's like, when do those updates come? And then there's the issue about you having to spend money on it. When there's things like Google Translator right there on your phone, and you don't have the middleman of having to use the earbuds. So that's basically, for right now. I guess that's all I have to say. I'm going to continue to test these things and I'm going to try to make a video using them with somebody else. But right now, it's pretty cool.
To be continued.